Welcome, friends.
Hi, friends.
We were going to have Lyndon in here, but he started crying.
Yeah, so we're not going to have the baby. Sorry, you lucked out.
Yep,
Well, not lucked out.
they missed out.
Missed out. You missed out.
Your wife is lucking out.
Yeah, she gets him.
Though I think she still wants her nap.
That is very true. Anyways, so if this is for me, this is weird to have an episode to do.
Considering the fact it's still not December when we're recording.
Not even close. We're still in the beginning of November when we're recording this, and we're doing a Christmas movie.
Well, once upon a time, there was Mickey and his friends, and someone outside of that door getting their bicycle, apparently, or washing their dog.
Anyway, no, so if you obviously haven't noticed by the thumbnail, by chance, if you actually look at my thumbnails, just saying, we're talking about Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas.
Not twice. That will
No,
be maybe next year.
no, it's next week.
Oh. Well, it's clear I'm not catching up on time.
Did you think we were trying to do Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas and then go poof?
Well, okay. I thought we were going to do Once Upon a Christmas and then back to a series and then a movie that's coming out.
So, obviously, by the time this episode releases, there have been some recent episodes, but we are planning to do all of the end of the year releases that Disney has done. So if you haven't seen the Wicked episode, check out the Wicked episode. If you haven't seen the episode on Moana 2, check out Moana 2. And
And if
then
you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment on anything, literally anything.
and if you're watching this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere where you watch your podcasts, make sure you follow so you can get updates with new episodes. But we also have an upcoming episode on Mufasa as well. So, given the timeline with these new releases, we had time in our schedule for Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas and Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas.
See, I thought we were going back to Zach and Cody.
Nope, that's going to be our last episode of the year.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Well, without further ado,
Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas.
Which the first story starts with Donald Duck.
Yeah, okay, so hold up. Before we get into the story, what are your thoughts on the premise that these movies are just this movie is just a compilation of 3 stories,
I love it.
right?
Like it's Once Upon a Christmas and Twice Upon a Christmas are good Christmas movies because it's not the Hallmark movies.
Not even close. It's not like your regular everyday Santa ho 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 movie.
Yeah, like these are things you can throw on. Like your kids are going to be fully entertained because they're not that long and then it goes on to another story so it grabs their attention the entire time and it's something you can put on Christmas Day. And that's what I like about these.
And it's not like Mickey's House of Mouse or whatever, where it's like they show like a bunch of shorts or whatever.
Mhm.
But like these are really nice stories that aren't individual shorts put
Yeah.
together, you know? Like they're specifically this
It's not
movie.
like the Cinderella 2.
Mm,
Cinderella 2 is 3 shorts.
I thought it was 4, but I mean, yeah, it's different though.
Yeah.
Like
Like there's actually coherence with it
and
and it's not relating
written themes to them. Like it has a
yeah.
lot of heart.
And it's not relating to a timeline of a movie.
That is very true. But yeah, the first story about Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
I was like, which one's your favorite out of the Once Upon a Christmas?
Which one out of the stories? So my personal favorite story is the Goofies.
See, I love the first one.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie is.
Yeah.
I think they're just the most funny to me. Um,
So I like grew up watching DuckTales a lot,
mhm.
and woohoo, DuckTales. Oh. Also, it was kind of nice to see Scrooge McDuck not like he looked different. Like he was like bald.
Mhm, he's bald.
I swear in DuckTales he has more hair. Hold up. Duck Tales. Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge. Scrooge McDuck. Images. Oh, I guess he just wears his hat. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, is this one of those like what is it? Is it like a fallacy? Like a
Hmm.
what do they call it? Like gosh, what is it called? Where you perceived,
The
like
Mandela effect, you
yes,
mean?
thank you. Is this a Mandela effect? Thinking that Scrooge always had hair underneath his hat
Yeah.
and he was really just bald.
I mean, it wasn't a secret that he was bald.
This is a secret to me. Man, the
If
Mandela effect got me this time.
if you're not watching on YouTube, I'm just looking at the camera like, what is this?
Delusional Jonelle. Delulu.
See, what's gonna happen is there's gonna be a banner now that goes right here that just says hashtag Jonelle is Delulu.
Who's Delulu? I'm Delulu.
Oh my god. Anyways, no, okay. The let's have Christmas every day is a classic trope. What are your thoughts on the idea of this trope?
I just, it's cute. The boys are like, I don't want Christmas to
Well,
end.
well, no, not just not the specific story, but just like it is a common story to see like, oh yeah, like every kid wishes, oh, I wish Christmas was every day. And obviously it's like easy to show why that would suck.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at least in the way it was done here. But like I don't know, like
Honestly, it
what
sucks that you get the same toys every day.
that's the thing, like I feel like the star that they wished upon did it in the wrong way. Like when they got Christmas again, they were fully expecting it to be another different Christmas,
Yeah.
not this Christmas over and over.
Hey, they got Genie, like,
They got genied
yeah.
where they twisted the wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a Wizards of Waverly Place Genie full of deception.
Anyways, um, I don't know. Like, have you ever wished on a star like that? Like the whole starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight.
Okay. Yes, I have. But okay, so obviously I grew up in Oregon as a child. So our like the thing that like was spread around between us kids for when you saw a falling star was like star bright, starlight, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, the first
Reach.
star I see tonight. And then you would like you would talk about this is how dumb this is. The You were supposed to wish on the star like the guy or girl or whoever you wanted to be with of your dreams that you were going to marry them someday and that in 7 years or like or just kiss them, whatever. But in 7 years it would come true.
That's not what I grew up with.
That's what I grew up with.
I grew up with the same things, but so it was starlight, star bright, first star I see. First star I see tonight. I wish I may. I wish I might. Wish the wish I wish tonight. And it was quite literally like you're making a wish on a star.
Yeah, no, for us it was to like wish on a crush in that hope you would like get a kiss from them in 7 years. I will
That
say,
that's a little weird to me.
yeah, mine never came true.
That reminds me of like doing like those little like things like mash. You ever play MASH?
No. Um it corresponded a lot too with the like whoever and whoever sitting in a tree, KISSI.
Oh my god. I hated that so much in school.
I hated that too because most of my friends were
First-
guys.
See, when I was in elementary school, they expanded that to blink and blink, sitting in a tree. KISSING. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes a baby in a baby carriage. That's not all. That's not all. The baby's playing basketball.
Oh yeah, we just stopped at the baby carriage, but it sucked for me because all my friends were guys.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
All my friends were girls, so
Woo, awkwardness.
solid high five.
I know. Yeah, so for me, like my best friend, his name was Ricky, and like me and his brother, we'd always hang out and our parents worked together at the same place. And so we ended up staying at the daycare 24/7. And it was just kind of like everyone was just like, Joan, Ellen, Ricky sitting in a tree. And I'm like, no, we're not KSSING.
No.
If anything, I mean, we did play husband and wife where I was the husband and he was the wife and he wore heels and then we'd stuff his dress. It was hilarious.
Not as crisp of a high five.
Eh.
Yeah.
That one was solid.
High five for that high five.
Oh, that just okay. Hold up. Oh no. Okay, we ruined it by trying to do another high five better than that. There's just no way of fixing that.
I'm trying to give you a high five for the crisp high five.
And we couldn't make another solid crisp high five. That's the issue.
That's sad. Anyways,
That's why I said we ruined it.
okay. Of the initial Christmas day in this story, what was your favorite moment?
Honestly, when it got to the end of the day and like they're just kind of seeing that realization of like, you know, what they can do to possibly change the day.
No, that was my question. The very first time, the very first Christmas day, before they make the wish, what is your favorite moment? Like
Still
original timeline.
Still when they got to the end of the day and everyone is singing. And also I thought it was really adorable that Donald was like, all right, kiss, 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 go to bed. Because it still showed that he's just like, I care about you, even though, you know.
Donald's character is so interesting to me because he's always has always been shown to be this hot-headed, stubborn, cranky duck. But like, it is funny because like in this, he's caring, yes. But it's funny because watching the show, like when they finally figure out how to fix Christmas, like the loop, Donald is constantly like, what the hell's going on? What the fuck are you you three up to? But he's still caring. But he has these moves where he just blows up at them.
Honestly, can you blame him though? Because like, I know for me, when I go to see my family this Christmas, it's always a high stress situation for me. Like, I love my family. I love them a lot. But like it causes me a lot of anxiety because there's 13 cousins. There's the first great grandbaby on the way. Or yeah, for my grandparents, but first grandchild for anyways, there's a lot of aunts and uncles. Is my mic not going? Oh, wrong mics. Oops. Wait, is it? Oh, shoot. Okay, never mind.
Awkward.
Well,
we hope our voices didn't sound too weird. If you're listening online and our voices have sounded weird up to this point, we had the wrong mics.
Yeah, oopsie. But we're not re-recording this either.
No. We're having good conversation.
But yeah, no, family, like I love seeing them, but there's a lot. And I mean, you've been to my grandparents' house. Even though that place is huge, there's too much family to fit in that house.
So
I still get put at the children's table.
That's sad.
because
I'm
there's too
hoping
many.
I'm hoping I don't get put at the children's table this year.
I get put at the children's table or the bar because our we don't have a big enough table for all the adults now because
See, my family would if they would stop inviting so many people over for Christmas. Because my family tries to be good people and invite people that may have not have like great Christmas plans and stuff. Like we've had family friends in the past that'd be like they'd be alone on Christmas. My dad would be like, "Nope, you're coming over."
mhm,
So I'll be with Christmas at us, and next thing you know, there's a lot of people at my house,
mhm.
which is nice and all, but also that's a lot of extroverting, and you really want to introvert sometimes.
That's the other issue. Okay? Like I love my family, but they want me to be so extroverted. And of course, we went to a private Christian university and I still go there. And my family's very Christian. So they come up to me and they're just like, "How has God impacted your life at Whitworth?" And I'm like, "I don't have time for this, man. I'm on break from school. I just want to enjoy break. I don't want to talk about school." Okay, that was actually decently better, just not
Yeah.
crisp.
See, so this, I think this is where it stemmed from. This short of with Huey, Dewey, and Louie,
Mm-hmm.
because when I was a music major at Whitworth, it's a common thing for all music majors everywhere to pass a piano proficiency. You have to have some kind of proficiency in piano. And I was ecstatic for this moment because to learn piano and everything because of this specific story and Once Upon a Christmas. Because I've always wanted to be a dad. As early as high school, I knew that I wanted to be a dad at some point, and obviously now I am. But um, in this short, it has Scrooge playing the piano and everyone singing along.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling a patient today at work, like we were just talking back and forth and stuff um, about stuff we did in high school because we had a lot of like things in common, even though she was like significantly older than me. And we were on the topic of the baby and how like I was a music major, and I kept on like, oh yeah, like it was always like I've always wanted to have that moment where I can sit at a piano, have like my kids with me, around me, whatever, my family around me, playing the piano and singing songs together.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I want more than anything. Like, because I think that is such a beautiful image to see Scrooge playing the piano and everyone just singing along together, having fun, enjoying each other's company.
Man, my Christmas is more like where the boys start getting really annoyed with Christmas because mine is literally the same every year. Everyone pops in, we all throw our gifts at the tree, we eat dinner, and then we go back to the tree because we do Christmas at night. We go and grab all the presents, we distribute them amongst everyone, and then, oh my gosh, the youngest person has to open one gift. And then we keep doing that till we're at the oldest person, which is my grandparents. And then we do it back again. And I'm always the grandchild who has the most gifts because I don't have another family like the rest of my family does. Like, this is kind of it. So all of my Christmas presents come here. And like, by the time my cousins have all opened up their gifts, my family's like, "John, I'll just open up the rest of your gifts." And like, a part of that hurts because it's just kind of like, you know, I still wanted to like keep the pace of the game with everyone, and everyone's just like, "We don't care, just open them up." And then
That's
it's,
annoying.
yeah, and then it's dessert, and then it's talk while drinking, and then pictures and go home.
So let me describe to you what Christmas was at my house growing up. This is very different. And I'll go with how it was the majority of me growing up because it changed when I was in like eighth grade.
Mm-hmm.
So Me and my siblings would wake up around 5, 6 a.m. because we were kids who were excited for Christmas and couldn't sleep.
Mhm.
So we would wake up, we would go downstairs. Or no, we would sit at the top of the stairs, like peeking towards the tree because it was right downstairs, and we could see it from the hallway upstairs.
Mhm.
So it'd be like, are there presents there? Are the presents there? We'd see all the presents, and we'd be like, ooh. We go down to our stockings, like peeking, like, are we allowed to get them yet? No, not yet. So we'd be picking at the stockings, looking over there. It's like, ooh, who gets the big one? Ah, we can't find the tag. That was us.
Mm.
And then a couple hours, then we'd go back to our rooms to like not get in trouble. Then it'd be like 7, 8 o'clock.
Wake the entire family up.
Then we'd be like, Mom, Dad, there's presents. And they'd be like, go have your stockings. Just go have your stockings.
They're like, I want sleep.
They're like, we're trying to get sleep and everything. Keep us at bay. So have your stockings. So we go and have our stockings. I would typically have like a movie in my stocking or whatever. And we'd open up our stockings. And then a few hours later, like, they would wake up and stuff. And the rule was once everyone was awake, we get set up and we start opening gifts
Mhm.
and stuff. And rather than like going youngest to oldest, we would always ensure that everyone had a gift before we open, and we'd open all together. So we went one gift at a time,
So
giving gifts.
my family did that because they wanted like everyone to be like, "Oh, what a wonderful gift you got." But then like, once I got to like once we all did the first round, they're like, "Jonelle, we don't care, just open the rest of them."
No, we would do one gift at a time and open them all together, ensuring that everyone had a gift. The reason it gets different is because we did that first thing in the morning, but then we would clean up, throw away all the wrapping paper, put away our stuff.
Mhm.
My dad would start a little bit of cooking, make us breakfast, and then we'd have to pack up the car and go to my grandma's
Mm.
where everyone else was. And it was like the palindrome of a day because we'd get to my grandma's house. Yeah, we had to drop off presents at the tree with the rest of the presents that my grandma had and everything, play around with us, eat dinner, and then have presents again.
The only other thing before we pass around the presents is we always have like a mini game, whether it's like White Elephant or Secret Santa. We stopped doing Secret Santa though, because all of us cousins are now, we have like three younger ones, and it's kind of hard for the younger ones to pick what the older ones want.
Mm,
And because us older kids are just like, we don't care anymore.
I feel you. My oldest cousin is only 3 years older than me. My youngest is in kindergarten.
Yeah, the
So
youngest is my sister.
yeah, so I know the feeling of there's a lot.
Well, actually, there's the great grandbaby now. They're the youngest. They're about the same age as Lyndon,
Yeah.
except they were like just born
Oh,
last month. I'm pretty sure because
damn.
I'm pretty sure the
Anyways,
baby was due in October.
but I I don't know. I loved all the different variations of that Christmas Day, and I love what they did for Donald.
Making the sled.
Megan was heartbroken when it came to Donald because, like, especially that day where everything went bad,
Mm-hmm.
right before the really good day. Like, she was just like, like, she was crying for Donald. It was so funny, but so sad. And then she saw that like, got him the boat or whatever, and she was crying even more because she was so happy for him. It was so funny. But
Now we should go on to Goofy's Christmas.
Goofy's Christmas story. Great Goofy's story, like it hits hard for me because it's such a sensitive topic. Because it's the topic of is Santa real? And it's a delicate subject because technically, as a parent, if you tell your kid about Santa, they you're lying to them. And if they figure that out while they're young, it can be devastating. And I don't want to say I resonated with it, but I remember because my parents told me about Santa and everything. I remember growing up, and this has been the case for me and all three of my siblings.
Mm-hmm.
My father has never had a certain conversation regarding about Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Never. He has even me has yet to ever have that conversation of whether or not Santa is real. And my dad has alluded as to why,
Mm-hmm.
and it's something I hope to pass down to Lynn, um, because my dad's view is like see exactly what the Santa Claus movies teach: seeing
Mm-hmm.
is believing, or believing is seeing. Like I could be nitpicky and try to pull it apart and stuff, but I'm like, Santa makes me happy. I like to think that there is a Santa. It makes me happy. The concept makes me happy.
I still believed the tooth fairy was real for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And
What did you ever do? Like, what was your interaction with the Santa figure growing up?
see, my mom did the Mrs. Claus thing where Mrs. Claus would drop a specific gift at the house for me from Santa.
So, this is how much Santa ran deep in my family, okay? There is this distinct moment. So, growing up, I didn't always live in a house. I grew up from when I was, as far as I can remember, till about second grade. I was living in an apartment. Me, my mom, my dad, and my sister. Or no, my mom, my dad, me, and my brother. And then right after my sister was born, we moved. But we lived in an apartment complex. And I remember I woke up one Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
And this was Christmas morning specifically. And when I woke up, in my hand was a candy cane that wasn't there when I went to sleep, and a picture of Santa putting a candy cane in my hand. And I don't know where that picture is, but I know that it was there 100%. Like that is not a fake thing because I was flipping out over it.
That's cute.
I don't know who that was in that Santa suit.
Wow.
I couldn't see their face. It was from behind. I all I saw was my arm was me asleep with my arm outstretched like this, and someone in Santa suit putting a candy cane in my hand. And that picture was there that morning.
That's funny.
But on top of that, every year there's presents under the tree, and some are from like each other, like my parents or from me or my siblings. But others will be like, it's from Santa, it's from Rudolph, it's from Hermie the elf,
Yeah,
Mrs. Claus, the other reindeer. Like it's like they're everywhere.
I've always gotten a gift from Santa and then a special gift from Mrs. Claus about like essentially it was like always like more of a heartfelt gift that was from Mrs. Claus.
See, Megan, I can talk for Megan because she's told me about it. Um, her when it came to her and gifts from Santa, it was stockings. The stockings were the Santa presents.
Mhm.
Those are from Santa. But the wrapped presents were from her parents and family members because of this notion of the always the complex issue of Santa got you an Xbox. Why didn't Santa get me an Xbox?
Yeah.
You know? So to avoid that, that's what Megan's parents did was just the stockings were Santa's presents.
I think my mom took some of the gifts my grandparents got me and said they were from Santa.
I choose not to delve into it. Like I could make a lot of different hypotheses if I want, but I like the idea of thinking, oh, Santa got me this. And that alone makes me happy. And it hurt my soul seeing Max deal with this. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know about you. Max and Goofy have a sad story to begin with. Like, one, I'm gonna say it, and this will probably up our rating on YouTube. Goofy's the only Disney character to fuck. Someone fucked a goof. He has a child. Goofy got lucky. One yuck and one yuck later. But also like the fact that like Goofy's a single dad, has a child, like I don't want to say I resonate with that because obviously I don't. Me, I have Megan and everything, but I want to be half of the father that Goofy is to Max because
Mhm.
he loves and cares about Max so much, and you see that in this episode of this little story,
Especially in a Goofy movie.
right? But like, I mean, trying to like teach Max like what the meaning of Christmas is like, taking care of less fortunate, the belief of Santa, and he firmly believed Santa was real and was waiting out on the roof. And then Max tried to make him feel better, which I feel weird about
Mhm.
and stuff because Max shouldn't be trying to make him feel better. That's not the child's job in my book. But like seeing Max get so heartbroken over Santa not being real, like you could save him the trouble and not tell him, but where's that childlike wonder? You know?
Yeah.
Tell me more about what you like about this story because I really like this story.
Hmm. I don't know, like when you mention especially like Max also being there for Goofy, um this is something that single mothers deal with a lot. And I just know this from experience with just being me and my mom for a good portion of time is we only have each other to rely on.
Yep.
And so often you have to be there to support each other because obviously, like, my mom didn't have a significant other in the house for a period of time. And so there was only me. And, like, I can tell what makes mom upset, and it's just kind of like one of those complex things of just like, should the child have to take on some of that parent's emotional burden? Not necessarily, but at the same time, that's just kind of what happens with different type of households as you grow up. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. And I get that. It's a hard life for those that have to like that have no other support than to raise kids. And
mhm.
especially to try and make Christmas happen. That's hard.
I don't
It just makes me feel sad because for me, I like with how young Max is, especially like I would feel like such a bad parent personally if my son saw me in a state like that and felt like he had to make up for it.
Well, I mean, a child sees their parent and they want them to be happy, because it just
Assuming you raised him right.
that's all day.
But
Um,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I would want to try, as much as you can't protect kids from like the horrors of the world, to me, there's a line with how young Max was. That's on the other side of the line. Like, I would want to protect him from those harsh realities
Hmm.
still. He can learn them in time, but not that young.
Yeah.
Enjoy the childhood. And I would have been pissed off at Pete for doing what he did to Max. Like I would have beat him because at that point he's messing with my kid's childhood with something that makes him happy and excited,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, I normally really only like when I watch one. I prefer Twice Upon a Christmas than Once Upon a,
Same.
because I think the stories in Twice Upon a Christmas are better
And there's more
because
of them.
yeah, and I really only like Once Upon a Christmas for the first story, and it's because it makes me feel happier than the rest.
The last one is Megan hates the last one. She hates it. I'll just say, all right, it's the gift of the Magi. She hates it. And I can see why. I understand how it can be perceived as a really cute love story
Mhm.
because they both gave up something important to them
Mhm.
for the other, but it's still dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I think it's cute. Like, Mickey's trying to do this nice thing for Minnie. Minnie's trying to do this nice thing for Mick and stuff. And I love the cuteness of like, you're like when Minnie was like, I need to get to work. And Mickey's like, here, you have a ride. And it's Pluto pulling a sled. Like, that's so cute. Mickey and Minnie are such a cute couple.
I mean, they're also like an iconic couple as well.
They are an iconic couple, but like, I feel like of recent years, Mickey Mouse has been really pushed to be a children's figure
Mhm.
when he wasn't really originally a children's figure. You know, if you watch OG Mickey Mouse, he's a little bit of a scamp, I'm gonna say. But like, and it's only like a certain number of shorts where you really get to see the couple of Minnie and Mickey
Mhm.
versus Minnie and Mickey.
Mhm.
Like you don't see them as a couple in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse
No.
ever.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is more like a friend group, like a college friend group.
Hmm. And to see Mickey and Minnie like really like expressing their love for each other is really adorable to me, knowing the longevity and everything. I also thought it was really interesting to say have Minnie working for Mortimer Mouse. You get the history of that, right?
I think so. Probably not. But
There was a short a long time ago that Mortimer Mouse was hitting on Mickey or on Minnie,
mm.
and Mickey got jelly. Yeah,
It's still weird talking about Christmas when it's not Christmas
I
time.
know. This is irritating.
This is also why I had a hard time getting into the movie, not gonna lie.
And it's not even Thanksgiving yet. This is why we did Nightmare. When we did Nightmare, because it made sense still. We were coming off a spooky season.
I know. We're not even at Thanksgiving.
I know. This is hard.
uh,
If you could change anything about the three stories, what would you change?
mm, honestly, I don't know. I keep thinking about the last story in Twice Upon a Christmas, even though I didn't watch it. I didn't watch Twice Upon a Christmas yesterday, but I still remember the last story, and I just keep thinking of that one.
That one is such a cute story, too.
Also, it has like one of my favorite hobbies in there, ice skating.
In the last story?
It should be the last story. I thought it was.
The first story is ice skating in Twice Upon a Christmas.
I thought it was the last. Well, that's the one I'm thinking about.
Minnie versus Daisy?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the very first one.
No. I like that one.
That one's really funny.
It's funny.
It's really funny. Anyways, but we're not talking about Twice Upon a Christmas.
No.
Although
we're
it
done.
is, even though it is the superior one,
Man, I'm gonna have to save that for next week's episode.
it is next week's
I
episode.
know. Because there's some stuff I want to talk about with Daisy and Minnie.
I know, right? I don't know. Trying to think.
BOTB.
Huh?
Battle of the Bows.
Fair.
I had to think about that and say it out loud. More. Jonelle goes to Lulu.
Oh dear lord.
Well,
This is gonna be a thing apparently. It's just Janelle's Delulu. But
what is the meme of the Delulu?
delusional,
Well, no, like,
dumb, stupid?
well, I know what it means,
Where did it come from?
but isn't there a meme of like, you're Delulu?
I first heard Delulu from a guy on Instagram. No,
Damn.
from a guy on Instagram. Um,
Mm.
bad, 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 bad.
Let me be a child.
Mm.
I touch the butt. I can't flick the. I just realized how horrible this all sounds.
For those not watching YouTube, she did not touch an actual butt. She touched this switch for this little
There's a.
picture thing of a waterfall with that makes waterfall sounds. Stop it.
It's pretty. I like the waterfall sounds.
I do too, but not when we're recording.
No one can hear the waterfall sounds, I don't think.
You don't know what they can or can't hear. They could hear the door.
Dory, you want to respond? Oh, too perfect.
Oh god. What's everyone else's favorite Christmas movie? Like, what's your favorite Christmas movie? No one asked you.
I don't think I have a favorite Christmas movie, to be honest.
I can tell you mine. It's a weird one.
Hmm.
So, you know how a while ago there was a Halloween special of Mickey's House of Mouse that was called The House of Villains?
Mm-hmm.
So, there was a Christmas one
Mm-hmm.
where it was Mickey's House of Mouse snowed in at the House of Mouse. Or no, it was Mickey's Magical Christmas snowed in at the House of Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And that is my favorite Christmas movie because it takes place at the House of Mouse and everything. And so you have like a lot of these Christmas shorts, which I really like. And they're really cute and they're not like the regular individual shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't just go on to Disney Plus to the shorts and find these shorts. They're not there.
Mm-hmm.
They're specifically in this movie. And they're really cute and funny and stuff. Actually, correction, one of them is actually like on Disney Plus as its own short. But it's my favorite because it was part of it actually kind of inspired my direction towards being a music person
Mm-hmm.
because it was the first time I got introduced to the Nutcracker and the Nutcracker theme and stuff. And I was telling Megan about this because we watched it afterwards. It's really funny because you know the method. No, 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 no,
No, no.
yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
You do that to a third grader ish
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't really understand songs or like know what songs are or whatever and is trying to figure out how to find this song online. I was literally like, Mom, I need to find this song. And she goes, How does it go? And I was ready to go, na 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 na. Then she'd be like, Can you write it down? Nah, 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 nah.
Okay. I I find it so funny because like as a kid, I would like type that stuff into Google, you know?
Right?
And somehow Google, like the songs I was looking for, Google like actually pulled up the song I needed.
Lucky. Google had nothing for na 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 na.
I was like, maybe I was more specific on my like, because I did it in do's. Because I've always gone like, it would be like do 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 do. And then I would like I would put like one O for like a like staccato type note and then like two O's, you know.
But
Extend the dues.
but so there's that. But then it was also my first introduction to the Christmas Carol story because at the end it would play Mickey's Christmas Carol
Mm-hmm.
and stuff because the whole point of the whole movie was Donald hates Christmas and the whole thing is trying to get him into a happy Christmas mood.
Okay, you know what? I'm kind of like Donald, I guess.
Right now we are because we can't get into this freaking Christmas mood. It's November.
Well, also, I generally don't like Christmas.
I can get into quite a Christmas mood. Like I like the Grinch and stuff, but it doesn't kick in until at least after Christmas, which is
I like
or until after Thanksgiving.
I just don't like Christmas that much anymore because, like, once I moved out of the house, I worked every Christmas. Um, Now that I have like a 9 to 5 job, I now have Christmas off so I can go see my family again.
Mhm.
But, like, seeing family is a high stress situation, so I don't want to deal with that. I really don't like Christmas movies. I don't like Christmas songs because, like, I'll watch a Christmas movie because, like, they're not bad story plots, but, like, they're not my favorite, so it's just kinda like, I need, like, a filler in there.
Well, and we can be honest, Christmas kind of gets overdone.
Yeah, and
Way too overdone.
also, it's a high stress situation for me too, because my family is like, "What do you want for Christmas? And what do you want for your birthday?" Because the following month is my birthday, and so they're just like, "What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?" And I get asked this for, like, all of October, all of November, all of December,
Mm.
and still into January, and then they're like, "You know what? Here's a gift card." And I'm like, you could have just given me it, like, not even asked me and just given me a gift card. That would have, because the other thing is just like, I can tell them my list, they'll probably forget. And like, there's also other people who are like, I can't really give much. And also, I don't really like receiving gifts that much, anyways. I'd rather spend quality time with my family, but I don't like spending time with my family when it's my entire family because it doesn't feel like I'm receiving an emotional
It feels forced.
yeah. It's not like Thanksgiving's a little more intimate because it's not the entire family, so it's more of like,
Hmm.
selective people in the family, and you're actually having like these thoughtful conversations. But Christmas is just kind of like, hi, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you all year. Hi, it's nice to, like, you do this for all your cousins, all your aunts and uncles, your grandparents, and then you open the gifts, you had dinner, you do this and that. And it's just like, by the end of the day, I am so exhausted and I am so pissed Christmas falls on a Wednesday this year because I have to go back to work the next day.
Oh,
Yeah. So please, Mr. CEO of my job, if you ever watch our podcast, please be so generous and at least let us have Thursday off. Either that or I'm going to take Thursday off and take a PTO day because, in all seriousness, I won't get home until 10 p.m. and I don't want to go into work at 7 a.m. the next day, having to drive into the office and just be emotionally pooped. I'm not going to have a good day working.
yeah.
So, Mr. CEO, we have done a great year in profits. Be oh so loving. If not, I will take PTO and I will accept that.
Um, Disney lords, give Jonelle the day off.
Please, oh Disney lords.
Walt Disney from Beyond the Grave, we channel you.
Disney licensing, please reach out to the company I work for and tell the CEO I need the next day off. And
And
also, with that note, please give us the day off after New Year's because it falls on a Wednesday and I will probably be drinking that night.
as in New Year's Day or New Year's like second or January 2nd.
Oh, I guess it is New Year's Day.
You want New Year's Day off.
We get New Year's Day off, so we get the Wednesday off, but I still want the Thursday off.
That makes sense. Megan goes back to work that day.
Cause yeah,
Which I think is when that means Megan will be back on our podcast. We finally have Megan coming back soon. Woo! Yay! I miss having Megan with us, not gonna lie.
we gotta figure out baby situation.
We'll figure that out another day. Um, no, I don't know. Like this movie, it's a nice movie. It really is. I think the first two stories are stronger than the Mickey and Minnie story, which is funny to say considering it's Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What about? I know that the first movie makes you really happy. Like the first short makes you happy. Can you tell us more?
It's legitimately just right before they go to bed. They're all singing at the piano. They're just la la,
So you see my point, like why like I want that so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can tell they're all having like a great
It's a
emotion
genuine,
relation, like
yeah.
bonding time.
I feel like people take that out. It's like it gets so expected that it tries to be forced, and you can't force that. Like you've seen it on we've seen it on the podcast. We can't force those deep conversations or genuine emotional moments. They just happen, like last week's episode.
I totally forgot what
Or
happened last week's episode.
well, okay, the episode we recorded last week,
Yeah, I forgot what we
which
were.
was the Zach and Cody episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So, okay, I have some tea after the episode. I also have to fill you in on
Okay, sweet.
about after that episode.
Oh, great. Well, I don't think we have anything else to talk about, so
No, I'm getting tired.
same here. Well, bye, friends.
Good night. Gute Nacht.
See you
Guten
next
Tag.
week for Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas.
Auf Wiedersehen. Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad.